Hello, Wisconsin basketball coaches. My name is Jade Royston with Justagame, and we're excited to announce a brand new product that our team has built for stats and scores entry this season. So, at Justagame, we were big fans and longtime supporters of WIS Sports. With that platform no longer being around, this provided us an opportunity to use our software team and build a product that's homegrown in Wisconsin. And just with the long ties that we have with the WBCA and all of Wisconsin basketball, this fits right into our realm. And it was an exciting project for us to take on. So I'm going to do a quick screen share, show you guys what the front end would look like for the fans to find the stats and the scores, and then jump into the back end for how easy it is to actually record your scores and upload your stats into our platform. So on this page here, this is what the front end is going to look like. 3 simple tabs. You have a home, which we will have some content later on throughout the season. Excited to announce more on that later this week on content authors and providers that we'll have. And then boys and girls basketball tabs. Both of them are identical. And then you can click through the scores, the stat leaders, the standings, and the teams. So if you click into boys basketball or on the scores tab, you can simply click on this calendar and pick a date that has any number of events, and then you can see the entire schedule for that day throughout the state. You can also filter by conference, filter by division, and then year over year we will have historical data. On to the next tab, you have stat leaders. So we have individual stat categories that we're going to be tracking when those box scores are imported. You've got offensive categories, defensive categories, and impact. These are obviously the categories that come from the Huddle advanced settings. We do have a very easy feature for you to download or export your Huddle box scores and import them without any manual adjustment. You can also filter all of these tabs by conference, division, and historical data. And then for the stat leaders, you can view them in a team lens or an individual lens. So if you wanted to see the best 3-point shooting team in your conference or throughout the entire state or division, you can do that as well. And then standings, self-explanatory, but you can filter for what conference you're looking for, and it will show you the conference standings. And then on the teams tab, you can drill into an individual team. So you can filter by conference, division, season for historical data, and then also the team. So if I'm looking for Wisconsin Dells, I can type in Dells, click right onto this team, and here's their schedule that pops up instantly. And those results will start coming in when they play games. We will have their rosters when they upload their rosters, and then season-long stats. And then some exciting things that we do have. Here's what a box score will look like when a box score is clicked on. So let's say this Nakusa game ends, and they upload their box score for this game. The next page here, this is what that box score is going to look like. So you've got the score up top. You can see the box score. You can see the scoring by half or by period. And then down below, you have the entire box score for the home and the away team. And then you can click over to team stats, and then you can see all of the totals and the averages here. And then another exciting thing on our platform is an individual player profile. So on this next page, if you're on the roster for any of these teams, say you're on the Wisconsin Dells roster and they have their roster loaded, box scores are updated, you will be able to click on an individual's name and you'll be able to see their game-by-game results, their season stats, their overview, and you'll be able to track one individual player for every single game throughout the season. So very neat, very clean. You can also view our front-end website in dark mode or light mode. So with this moon switcher up here, depending on how you like to see it, you can come in and click on the light mode and it switches the entire page to light, or you can keep it on the dark mode, however you like to see it. We are working on updating the mobile view and a mobile app as well for the front end fan. Now let's flip over and I'm going to show you how easy it is to operate as a coach to enter your scores and upload your box scores. So later this week, all of you are going to receive an automatic email from support@justagame.com. This is exactly what that looks like. It's going to say, welcome to Justagame, your login details. And it's going to be an invitation from your school. You will have a login link. A username is going to be your email and a one-time password. Once you log into dashboard for the first time, obviously just change your username and password. And then here's what a dashboard looks like. So it's a dumbed down version from our athletic director suite, which has a lot of other offerings inside of it. But you have a team roster, which is a one-time import. You're going to come in, click on your sport, click on view, and then you've got a couple different options. Either you can add a player one by one and type these in, or we do also have an import. So we built this import off of Huddle's team management page. So if you're in your Huddle accounts, you can come over to team, manage team, and then you can click on the season, click on athletes, and then export this roster. And then from the Justagame tab, you can come over and click on import CSV. And then we're going to be able to import all of these athletes. This is mapped for the CSV, but if you have a different CSV that you're uploading, obviously look at this type and you can map whatever header columns that you have. It found that I have 14 players on this import CSV. I imported my name a lot of different times. So this takes about 15 to 20 seconds. This is a one-time setup at the beginning of the season. Obviously, any JV players that you bring up or players that come off, you can deactivate or add new players at any time. But in 20 seconds, you have your entire roster for the season uploaded to your dashboard. Now we're going to talk about what happens after games and how do you report final scores and how do you report box scores. So on the schedule tab, you're going to come in and click on your sport, click on view schedule. We will have your entire calendar schedule already preloaded in. You can click on the scores and stats next to the game that you're going to report on. Right on top, you can click on add final score. And this is just the final period by period. If you have overtimes, you can click on add overtime periods, as many as you may have had. Enter in the numbers and click on save. And then down at the bottom, we've preloaded in all of the roster into every single event. And then if you just want to add individual stats one by one, you can click on the edit and then go right down the line for points. Or maybe you want to put in the 3-pointers for that game. Or if you want to put them all in manually, you can do that. And then just click on save changes when you're done. Or we have an awesome feature for importing stats from Huddle. So you can click on upload stats and then you can choose CSV files, and then we're going to add the ability also for a TXT file. So you're going to have two different options from Huddle. So I'm just going to show you where to get those files inside your Huddle platform. So in Huddle, if you click on the reports tab, you're going to have two tabs here to note, a stats tab or a box score tab. So the more advanced side is in the stats tab, and then on the left panel, you're just going to need to make sure that you have athlete and totals selected. And then up here in the games, just make sure that you only have one game selected. So click on the individual game, select game, and then up in the top right, you have an export feature. That export right now is turning into a CSV that you can import instantly without any changes at all. You click on browse, find that on your computer and import it. And then what we're going to be adding later this week is also the more simplified one, which is the box score. The only thing that different on this one is that it doesn't carry every single stat category, like plus, minus, minutes, maybe one other. But if you come to the box score, click on the individual game that you want for the box score, and then click on export here. This is going to be a TXT file on your record, and it's going to follow the same process where you're going to click on upload, find that TXT file, and then import it, and then save. Once you do that, you are also able to edit. So when you upload that TXT or the CSV file, it's going to come in edit status, but then the numbers will be pre-filled, and then you can edit any of those, click on save changes, and then your box score is added. Next, we do also have a mobile app for entering final scores after games are done. So the only thing that you missed here on this is the login screen. So you as a coach, you can also invite your assistant coaches or managers to your account as well and give them their own username and password. But you will have a stats and scores upload feature right on the mobile app here. You're going to click on stats and scores, and then you can see the teams that you're involved with. I guess I'm logged in as an admin right now, so I can see both boys and girls. Most of you coaches will only see your specific team that you're a part of. Click on boys basketball or girls basketball, and then you can see your schedule of events in here. Now, this feature here is just for reporting the final scores right after the game is done. Very easy to click on edit score, enter in the period by period or the final. If you just want to do the final only, just add it to the second period and then it'll total it up. And then again, if you're in OTs, you can add as many OT fields as you had, add the period by period scores there, click on save, and then that is going to auto submit up to your account. So you can add final scores instantly right from your phone as soon as the game is done. As soon as you guys get done with your post-game speech in the locker room, it should take a matter of 10-15 seconds. And then however often you guys are going to be importing your official stats or box scores, feel free to do that, as soon as possible, but once a week, twice a week, whatever that cadence is that works for you. Excited to share more later this week. Please watch for that email. We'll have a lot more videos, emails, tutorials coming out, but we're excited to be on this journey and hope you guys are entering your stuff into Justagame this season.